Luca, how's the foot? And just what's the, would you say you're 100% back from it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd say I'm 100% back from it. I can't give enough thanks and credit to the training staff. Clint, Kelsey, Rachel, David. I mean, everybody in there has done a really good job with me. And they take really good care of me in there. They take care of all of us in there. And, they're part of they're really the main reason that I'm able to get back so fast. Because they put together a plan for me that, help me every single day, get this thing stronger, and just keep working to get it better. So,
Luke, I know you've gone through numerous injuries, or it seems like numerous injuries going back to your high school days, but being able to have someone like Marshawn, different injury, but you're room with him, how much does that help you from the mental side of it? Because I think that's a part of it that people just don't understand, how much that can limit you when you try to come back from a physical standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously his was a little bit more severe, given he had an ACL, but he kind of just reminded me to take things day by day. He said that was one of the things that, he kind of had a hard time with whenever he was going through it. Just looking too much at the big picture and not, focusing on, what you can get better at today and taking time to make sure everything is 100% fully healthy before, you try to go out and do something. He always told me not to rush anything, and I kind of took that to heart because, first time I entered it back in camp, I was a little bit of a hard head and just, pushed through it. But this time I've had, a good bit of time to really rest it, take care of it, and really make sure it's truly 100% and ready to go for, when I'm live and, bullets are flying at me. So.
From what we've seen and what Beamer was telling us, that they're kind of limiting you, even though you obviously feel well enough to do everything. How much are you trying to fight with them to get out there and do everything you can?
Like I said, I'm trying not to be hard headed. I know they've got their plan is a lot bigger than mine. And that goes for everything really. So I'm listening to them. I'm leaving it to them. They're the experts. So I should be able to start doing a little bit more, this coming week and the weeks after, which I'm really excited about. So I'm just, I can't be more thankful to be out there with my teammates, with all the quarterbacks and receivers, tight ends. Just really just so excited to get back out there, and happy to be out there, man. Y'all see me running around with a smile on my face, and that's 100% genuine because it's been a long time since I've been out there, and I missed it. I missed every minute of it. So it's really a blessing to be back out there.
Luke, a couple for you. Especially after starting off and on the past couple of years, what is it like for you to see a guy like Spencer come in and know that yes, there's competition, but that guy's probably going to be ahead of you on the depth chart?
Yeah. Just seeing the way that he goes to work every day. I mean, he's truly a guy that has obviously played a lot of college football. He's had a lot of success, like at Oklahoma, and he came in here and kind of took it straight from there to here. So that's been really fun, especially for me because, I was able to, when he first got here, kind of teach him some of the offense, and I'm able to be out there with him, for the team periods and stuff, that I'm not able to do yet. So if he has questions or anything, or if, I see something that maybe he didn't see, because, he's in the middle of it, we can kind of talk about it as he gets off the field. So that's been a lot of fun, and that helps me, obviously taking mental reps and going through it, just watching him and the way that he does things, that's helped me a lot too, because obviously he is an older guy, and he's got a lot more experience than me. So it's just been fun to have him, and really just continue to build a relationship with him.
And with that, any thoughts, conversations, anything else about maybe trying wide receiver again?
I'll do whatever's necessary. Like I said, I'm just happy to be back out there. I'll do what's best for the Gamecocks. That's something that I've always taken pride in. That doesn't matter what I got to do. anything that's going to help the team, that's what I'm about.
Not to get like wildly philosophical, but like what do you feel like you kind of learned about yourself through this whole process? I mean, I know that's a tough thing to be sort of going to camp, being a starter, getting thrown through it. I mean, what do you kind of feel like you learned maybe about yourself through this last 6 months, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty deep, man. But no, I mean, I feel like I had to take a couple steps back and really not only look at kind of the big picture, but really dive into what makes me happy and what kind of builds me up from a day-to-day basis, because I was without football for a little while, and there was a time I didn't really know what to do because that's really all I know, you know what I mean? So being away from that for a little while was definitely really hard. It was tough, but I started to find joy in things that, I'd really never noticed, just little things in life that you kind of take for granted. But, kind of like I said, being away from football for a little while made me really appreciate those things. And, it's like I said earlier, man, it's just a blessing to be back out there. It was a long time coming, man, putting the cleats back on, no boot on my foot, not rolling around on a scooter. Just thinking back to, to all those things, man, a little emotional, but I mean, I'm a fighter. I've said it before, I'm going to bet on myself no matter what. And that's what I did, man. And I just, like I said, I couldn't be happier to be back out there and, just having fun.
I was going to say, I think it was either maybe you or Jason mentioned it last year, how y'all would hang out up here, watch film, we order dinner together and stuff. Have you guys had anything kind of like that this year? Anything new added to the routine this year? Anything like that?
Nothing yet. That was kind of our in-season stuff, but, we'll come up here every once in a while, and, a couple of us will come up. Obviously, guys got different class schedules and stuff, so it's hard to find time for everybody to get back up here, but we have a pretty fun time in the room, obviously with Coach Sat, and when everybody's in there, it's a pretty good time. But I'm sure we'll add some new things to the regiment coming soon.
Hey, Luke, Braden with Carolina Reporter, and I'm working kind of on a story kind of outside of spring football, more with local businesses and NIL and all. And I know you were working with the Myrtle Beach Clothing Shop, which is not quite local here, but it's local to you and special because it partnered with your high school and well. And then also kind of recently you joined with the Connor Shaw camp and all. Yep. I was going to kind of ask, like, money aside, what is it kind of the draw of these kind of maybe small local businesses that you're just kind of seeing and you're getting excited about and joining with them? Yeah.
I think it's just about obviously supporting, those local businesses, because there are obviously a lot of big businesses that kind of, overshadow those other places and things like that. So I think really just given the opportunity to work with those guys and really be a part of something special for them, because that is pretty special. Sponsoring a collegiate athlete at any level is pretty special. So I know I was thrilled whenever Native Sons approached me and asked if they wanted, or if they could sponsor me and do some stuff for me. So that's been going really well. We're putting stuff out every couple weeks. So I'm really excited about that. We got hats coming up soon, so y'all make sure to check those out. But yeah, man, I think it's a really great thing, especially for obviously all college athletes. It doesn't matter, whether you're on the field or whether you're mainly a practice squad player. There's opportunities out there for everybody, and some may not be the biggest, but hey, it's you're helping out a local company, you're helping out somebody that is more than grateful to do the same for you. So everybody's just kind of helping each other, and I think that's the cool part about it.
Luke, you buzzed your head going into training camp last year. How long is the hair going to get this time around?
That's a good question, man.
Thank you.
It's funny. I went to hang out with Michele Colasurdo. He played football at Chapman, won a state championship, and he's been one of my best friends since we were in camps together. And he plays at Georgia State now. So I was down in Atlanta with him sometime back in late January, February, and so we played them first game, and we made a deal that neither of us were going to cut our hair until the first game. So I think we're going to see how that goes and see where it takes us.
And I guess now that you're about a week into, I guess, spring ball, who are some of the younger guys or newer guys that are standing out to you right now?
Yeah. I think Christian Beal Smith, he's going to be a guy that we're going to be able to put in there, and he's going to be able to go. Obviously, we got Marshawn, and I always say this, I'm biased, as that's my boy. But, I think they're going to be a really great duo. Having Marshawn back there gives us, some extra speed. Obviously, Christian's, he's fast too, and he's got some power behind him. Juju, I mean, just look at the things that he can do. I mean, just put him out in space, and he's going to make a play. Jaheim Bell, man, that's what he does. He just makes plays. Antoine Wells Jr., I said it before, man, he's a dog. He's a worker, and he's not afraid to get better. And that's just what he's going to continue to do. So really just and that's on all sides of the ball, man. Offensively and defensively through 3 days, I think we've had, the number of mental errors and penalties and stuff compared to last year, down exponentially. So that's a good sign for us. Coach Beamer said it at the end of, each practice, man, we look like a football team, and we look like a football team that's hungry. So we're going to take pride in that. We're not going to let it get to our head, but, we're definitely going to take pride in that, and just continue to show up every day ready to work.
Luke, you said you begun to find some joy in some things you maybe had not found joy in before during your rehabilitation process. Can you just, if you wouldn't mind specifically, just kind of share maybe some things that just kind of filled that void for you while you were away from football for a bit?
Yeah. I think it was really just, spending a lot of time with myself, and just kind of being in the silence of everything, and really just taking some time to, quiet all the noise around you, what's going to happen with, going into the future with my foot, what's going to happen with this, what's going to happen with that. Just kind of taking some time, each and every day to I guess you could call it meditation. I kind of took that up, and it really helped me out a lot, just to kind of, like I said, quiet the noise, and instead of going about the days, constantly, thinking about, this and that, just thinking about, what's next, what's one thing that I can do to get better at today. Obviously, I'm not at the beach right now, but I follow a lot of surf pages on Instagram, and me and my brother have like a running thread of like just waves out in Chopu and Bali, like just crazy places, and we'll send them back and forth. So that's always fun. Spending time with Marshawn, that's always a good time. I mean, we went down to that St. Paddy's Day Festival this weekend, had a good time there. So just little things like that, hanging out with the guys, just outside of the building, outside of football. Just trying to find little things like that, like I said, just away from here, and just to kind of get everybody's mind off of it is always good.
Can you surf?
Yeah, I can surf. It's been a minute, but we've taken up paddle surfing because some of the waves in Myrtle are iffy sometimes. So paddle surfing is definitely the move. Yeah.
I was going to say that was my next question. How'd you get into surfing? Is that something you've been doing for a while, or what?
Yeah. We grew up surfing. My dad had a big longboard when we were little, so we started out on that, and then graduated to shortboards and stuff, and get them from a local surf shop, Surf City, in Myrtle. Shout out Surf City. But they always took good care of us with our boards and stuff, and like I said, I hadn't done it in a while. Kind of laid off of it just because of didn't want to screw up and cut myself up like I did one time back in third grade. So, but yeah, man, it's a good time. Me and my brother will go out. Anytime I can go home during the summer, we'll go out, take the paddle boards out, and paddle like a mile offshore, and see cool stuff in the water. It's pretty fun.
So it's like after football, are we going to see like Luke Doty pro surfer, or is that like is that down the line?
Yeah, you might. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Good stuff. Thank y'all.